To do a video about the Parshat Vayikal, the building of the Mishkan and all the steps that goes into it, all the orders that it has, and all the beautifying that it comes with it. One thing that we need to remember is that the Mishkan was made of very simple things in the beginning. The main goal that it had in it was the actual bread table, the kerovim, the birds on it, and the menorah. Everything else was out of beautiful silk, beautiful garment, and the wood structure. So the focus was what's on the inside of the inside of the inside. And that's where the holiness was held. Whereas the golden calf, the avodah zarah of the golden calf was all about the outside, the fluctuous of the outside, the golden calf. Who cares that it's a calf, but it's gold, you know? They were golden there. It was all a shiny gold, you know? And one thing we need to know is that the woman were the ones who willingly went to give their jewelry and their valuables for the Mishkan. But when it came for the golden calf, they refused. They said absolutely no. And whereas their husbands went and ripped off their jewelry from their face to put it in the golden calf, immediate result right now. What lesson do we learn from this about the hidden and the privacy of the woman, of a Kodesh woman, of Nashim Tzadkaniot? I wanted to dedicate this Torah talk that we just did right now, that it should be for Refuah Shlema and complete health and goodness and complete healing of all the Cholei Am Yisrael, especially the Jewish women that are struggling with different type of Lo Aleinu Machala and sicknesses, that they should be blessed with complete health and healing. And I want to send a message out there to all the beautiful women there that are hardworking, caring, giving, loving, full of abundance, that you are beautiful, you are kind, you are good. And at times when you have spouses that are not seeing beyond that, that are not seeing the depth and the goodness, that are getting so caught up with the same golden calf that we had thousands of years ago in Mitzrayim, that chas v'shalom lo aleinu, that they start comparing their wife and they start saying, why do you have this and not that, and pushing and insisting on their wife to do certain brutal like procedures and surgeries so they look the look, you know. This is all on a next level. Like, we need to know that women are beyond that. The beauty of a woman resides from within her. And at times, let me tell you, there are men who are going through certain situations of their own life, and instead of having awareness and recognition of what's happening with themselves internally, they start picking on their wife, you know, especially men 40, 50 plus, when their physical organs are like not doing what it was doing earlier on in their life, and it's not working like how it used to because of lack of exercise, excessive consumption of alcohol, excessive use of weed, not movement. Their mood is changing, so their whole physics are not working like it used to. So it's always easier to point the finger on the outside versus says, okay, let's see, what can I do for my body? You know, having appreciation that they do have a wife, having appreciation that they have a mother to their kids, having a family that they come to every night. There's so many men that are single and no one really cares for them. There are single men that are dying in their apartments all by themselves, that the neighbors are calling the cops to see what's happening with that house. Single men have a much harder life than single women. So when you do have a woman in your life, a wife, that the Shekhinah of Hashem resides within her, so many feminine power of God is related to a woman. The Shekhinah is a female word. So the power that a Jewish woman has is abundance above all that. And when it comes to intimacy between a husband and wife, the bedroom of the house of the Mishkan, the house being the Mishkan, is called the Kodesh Kodashim, where holy act happens, not Gashmiut, not the golden calf style, holy. That's why it should be dim. That's what it should be sacred. That's what it should be special, because they're two souls connecting. It's not just about the physical billboard. Look at me, look at that, look at the wife I have, look at this that I have. There's more to a woman than just her appearance. There's that depth, that holiness, that kedusha that's within her. What have we come that we are so caught up with the outside that we're forgetting about the kedusha and the shekhinah of the inside, of what the Mishkan taught us, about the layers of the layers of the layers until you get to the holy of the holy. That is what the Jewish woman resembles and stands for. And if you have a Jewish woman in your life, adore her, love her, care for her, accept her, appreciate her, recognize all the abilities that she has. That is what a Jewish marriage needs nowadays. We need to become more embracing and accepting and loving of what's in front of us, from a man to a woman and a woman to a man. We need to stop comparing. We need to stop saying, why, like the social media, look what I have, look what I have. What have we come? What has our nation come? That's not our way of doing things. We're a nation of privacy, kedusha, and holiness. That's what our religion teaches us. Embrace, appreciate, and accept what's in front of you. Recognize it. Have appreciation for it. It's the philosophy of the Egyptians and the golden calf to flaunt it and go on the outside and why don't I have this car? Why don't I have that jewelry? Why don't I have this? Why don't you look like that? Why doesn't he look like that? This is not a Jewish way. We are all about kedusha, and the kedusha is from within. That's what the Mishkan building taught us. The kedusha, Hashem said, I want to rest amongst you. Betochem, I want to rest amongst you. I want to dwell amongst you, within you, with you. That's because you are sacred to me. Don't forget to teach this to your children. About being sacred is about within, not just the outside. May this recording bring complete healing, especially very, very close friend of mine that I found that is going through a treatment, a young mother of very young children, should be for full healing, contentment, and true joy and simchat chaim and complete refuah shlema. Thank you for watching. This is Natalie Zanka.